No, I think it's just more of just a wake-up call. I mean, you could say we're a little big-headed coming into the season, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter anymore. We just got to continue to do week by week and just keep perfecting our craft every day. And at the end of the day, that's all behind us now, so we just got to focus on what's at hand week by week, and we'll be just fine.
Basically, all these great receivers downfield. It seems like Jayden's taking more deep shots, but how does that help you kind of open you up underneath that defense a little bit more this year?
Definitely. I mean, you see Malik and BT and our receivers going off. They're definitely going to start trying to bracket them and try to double coverage on them and stuff like that. So, like you said, if they're going deep and I'm coming in the shallow or I'm picking apart zones, I mean, it's definitely going to help my game as well. But as an offense, it's just been helping us exceed limits, and we've been putting up really good numbers with them doing that, so we're going to continue to do that.
So last year you kind of had a rotation of backs, like 3 or 4 throughout the season. This year it's mainly been Logan Diggs. I'm curious if it's easier to block for a running back. You know, he's the guy getting carries like game after game. You kind of know his running style.
Yeah, I'd definitely say knowing your running back's running style, because some power backs you know how to block different, but I mean Logan can do power and speed, so it definitely helps you out. I mean, he'll make you right if you're wrong. So definitely Logan does a great job of helping us out. Old lineman and tight ends blocking for him, but yeah, definitely just knowing his running style just helps our offense exceed limits too.
Other side of the ball, but I'm curious how you kind of see Harold Perkins grow as a coverage linebacker and the other parts of his game that he's really working on this year.
I think he's doing a great job. I mean, from being in the box in the beginning of the year, I mean, they play him everywhere. I mean, he has to do a lot of jobs on that defense, and I think Coach House does a great job teaching all these things, because I mean he does everything for our defense, and he's all over the place. So I mean he just he has to know a lot of things, and for him to do that, so I mean it's great for our defense and for our team.
Mason, y'all got a lot of talent in this tight end room, but it's all kind of young. It's weird. Like, you're kind of the veteran guy, you know, and like, how do you help all these freshmen? Because you were thrown into the fire last year as a freshman, had to play a lot. How are you kind of helping those guys work their way into things?
It's just all confidence. I mean, when you can go out there and be confident, you can do whatever your mind tells you to do. And I think just go out there, and even if you mess up, just going at 100%, you're going to get the job done. And that's what coaches want to see, is just effort. If you don't know what you're doing, just effort, be physical, and that just starts with confidence. So once they keep getting their feet wet in the games and stuff like that, they're going to have to be more and more confident. We'll see it as well.
I think the pass protection's been really underrated this year. You guys have really cut down the sacks. What's the biggest improvements you guys made in the offseason, or what do you think kind of lead to that?
I think just team chemistry overall, but I think our O-line has done an extremely well job of picking up twisters, and I think that goes along with Coach Davis. But our O-line was we had freshman tackles last year, Will and Emery, but now, I mean, they're so experienced, and you see defenses try to blitz and twist every single snap, and they're sitting on it. So I think our O-line has done a great job protecting Jayden this year, and Coach Davis does a great job teaching them and showing them the way to do it.
You have a scrappy team this week in Auburn. You know, their defense has been pretty good this year. What kind of challenges are they going to present to you guys?
I think they have a good front. They got a good team, so I mean, and it's SEC play again. No SEC team is going to be a bad team, so we just got to go out there and keep doing what we've been doing offensively and defensively. They're going to step up and do some great things too.
Anything else from Mason?
I'm expecting it to be fun, electric pack. We're expecting a sold-out crowd. You know, it's a big game versus Auburn. It's always a game that goes down to the wire. So, just expecting our fans to be a big part of that and bringing that electricity that they always bring.
Emery, congratulations. You got the SEC Offensive Lineman of the Week this week. What does an honor like that mean to you?
It means a lot, you know, just to know that you're playing good enough to be recognized by the SEC, that you're doing good things, you know. So it always feels good to know that you're going in the right direction. And, you know, we got to build off that and try to get another one.
So you lost your center during that win this past weekend. How do you think Marlon and CJ stepped in?
I think those guys did a great job of getting us through that game. You know, you lose that leader on our line. You know, everybody looks at Charles like a leader, you know, our communicator. You lose that, so it kind of makes other guys pull the rope a little harder. Makes other guys communicate, makes other guys step up and play that leader role. So I think those guys did a great job getting in and snapping the ball, you know, keeping everything moving on the offense.
Speaking of the younger guys that stepped in at center, I mean, everybody talks about you guys as like the starting five, but what kind of depth do you guys have? It seems like you're like deeper this year than maybe in years past.
Yeah, we got a lot of depth. You know, we got Lance that can play right and left tackle. We got Marlon Martinez that can play all three positions inside. I played, you know, right tackle, guard, left tackle. We got Charles who done played, you know, every position on the line over the past year. So I think we got a whole bunch of guys who can go all over the line and had a lot of versatility. We have a lot of that in our room, and I feel like, you know, we got a whole bunch of guys that can produce at multiple spots.
So I was looking at the remaining teams in your schedule the rest of the way. None of them, besides A&M, are in the top 50 for total offense. So what's your guys' confidence level at? You know, as an offense, you can lead this team to a win in any game you play.
We've kind of been trying to take it one game at a time, trying to look at each opponent, you know, and respect them as much as they need to be respected. You know, we got a lot of big games coming up. We got a whole bunch of good defense that we're going against that's going to give us different schemes and stuff that we need to be worried about. So just taking it one game at a time, you know, respecting our opponents, studying them, getting to know them and know their strengths so that we can, you know, go against them and, you know, be as productive as we can.
I feel like every week there's a new stat that some of the offense is going to grow as they become a lot more trips up and down the field into the end zone than at this point last year. How did you guys kind of notice that maybe impacted conditioning the offensive line or things like that?
You know, we went really hard in the spring and summer. You know, we did a great job at pushing each other. You know, all of us were trying to gain that leader role, you know, behind Charles Turner. So, you know, me, Will, Gary Dellinger, Miles Frazier, we're all trying to push each other and push the group as a whole, you know, to get as conditioned as we could. And so I think we did a great job at doing that. You know, I feel like the whole offensive line as a whole has been doing a great job of being able to get up and down the field. You know, if a guy goes down, the next guy comes in, and we're not leaking oil. So I feel like we're doing a great job, and I feel like we're really conditioned.
Emery, you got Auburn this week, really good front. We just talked to Mason. He was saying, like, you know, that front of that defensive line is probably the strength of their team. What kind of challenges is that for you guys? Because last year this game was a dogfight.
Yeah, I mean, week in, week out, you know, we've been in a whole bunch of SEC fights until this point. So it's pretty much the same challenge. You know, we're going in with, you know, some guys who are dudes across from us. You know, and that's kind of what we've been seeing over the past couple of weeks. You know, we've been seeing a lot of D-line being the strength of their team. So, you know, we're going to go in with the same mindset to be physical, to be dominant, to win the line of scrimmage, and we're going to go in with that mindset. We're going to try to do our best at doing that and winning the line of scrimmage.
When Jayden takes off and he hates to go down or go out of bounds, he wants every yard he can get right. Do you guys kind of get worried for him, you know, like kind of talk to him, like maybe you should protect yourself a little bit?
No, we don't talk to him. You know, J5 is he's a guy who can do it all. You know, he gets knocked down, you pick him up, he's smiling. You know, he's looking for the play for the next play. So sometimes we just, you know, we tell him, you know, go out of bounds or something like that. But you know, we're never worried about him. We always know that he's gonna pop back up with that smile on his face. And, you know, keep on Jayden.
I mean, it's been in the works for a while. You know, he can do everything. I mean, he's Harold Perkins. I've been seeing in the media that he's the best DB, he's the best pass rusher. I mean, he can do everything. So to put him in all those different positions, it really throws off, you know, a QB's timing. Kind of get jitters back there because you never know if he rushes, he's gonna get to you. So dropping back in coverage, I mean, it just only builds his stock, draft stock.
Sage, second half of last week against Missouri, like, seems like you guys really came together as a defense. What kind of confidence does that give you guys going into this week?
It gives us great confidence. We came a long way, you know. Just taking it week by week, taking it day by day, and just improving. We're having a great week of practice this week, and we're looking forward to, you know, going into Tiger Stadium and beating Auburn.
The defense has a lot of like newer guys, and then how do you guys just like make sure that they're like getting work in and getting seasoned so that they're ready for SEC appearances?
You know, we just build that bond in the off season, just to play together. You know, create that relationship with each other. You know, it's I mean, once we, build that bond, build that character with each other, sit in a room for hours and hours and study film, I mean, it just clicks. So when we get out on the field, we're like one.
Prior to this year, I'm curious how much experience did you kind of have practicing at quarterback here at LSU?
Can you repeat that?
Prior to this year, how much experience did you have practicing for like quarterback here at LSU?
I didn't have much experience, but I played it a few snaps in the bowl game, and I liked it a little bit. They seen, the coaches seen that I can, pretty much play any position on defense. So they moved there.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. The opportunity presented itself, and I just took advantage of it.
Who's been kind of the most helpful in helping you get better at the position and learn your assignments and everything that you need to do since
Actually, Coach Steeps has done a tremendous job. Helping me, guide me, and lead me. To be the best that I can be in that position. And the guys that played the position already, they're helping me, and it's coming along. I'm liking it. It's different being on that island, so I like it.
Where would you say your comfort level is at on defense and at that cornerback position?
So I played safety, I played nickel, I played cornerback, so I pretty much know. I know every position on the field, so that just brings me confidence, and just knowing who I have, my personnel, who I have on the field with me. Those guys like Harold Perkins, Mason rushing the passer, Wingo, Major, they all help communicate on the field, so my comfort level is high. I'm confident in those guys who are at 111, and they're confident in me.
Curious more on the practice field when you're going up against elite neighbors, probably top guys who are in the country in statistics. Do they kind of help you and point out things that you might want to do this differently or stuff like that?
Yeah, after every one-on-one rep, we kind of communicate with each other and just say what I could have done better and what he did that he seen, what he seen that I did and he countered it. So just going against those guys, it helps prepare me tremendously, for Saturday. And we got the top guys in the nation, so just to get that comfortability and with those guys, it helps me a lot.
Sage, a lot of new guys in the secondary and a lot of different combinations y'all have tried out, but the two constants have kind of been you and Major Burns. I mean, how are you two kind of taking on a leadership role a little bit more this year?
We're Major been a tremendous leader in the secondary. Before I started getting a role in the secondary, so just his energy is he's a rowdy guy, but us together and Andre Sam and all the DBs, we got to take control of the defense in the secondary. So to have that leadership in the back end is I love to work with those guys and play with those guys because it makes me confident.
This is more of a technical question, so I apologize. But I noticed that the corners don't press a lot. Is that by design? Is that just the scheme? What's up?
So, I'm glad you said that. Last week, we decided that Missouri guys didn't put pressure on them at the line. So the scheme was to get in those guys' grill and really eliminate like all those explosive shots that they can bring. So it's scheme week by week. Just it's the personnel of Auburn and what they can do. So it's basically a scheme.
I'm curious if you've had any contact with Craig Burns or your latest with him and what you guys have to do with him.
So Coach Kelly mentioned that they brought him to hospital. Yeah, so it's kind of it makes you realize how good you got it in life when you have a brother that goes down or is battling with something. So we're just blessed, thank God every day for the position that I'm in, and we play for 3. So just to wake up every day and be healthy and just to be able to walk and talk and, you know, feel stuff, it's just amazing. But, you know, we're praying for him, and I hope that, you know, the doctors get the knowledge that they can to treat him right, and that it's much love there for him. So.
I think that's like just to give our guys basically more one-on-one matchups, so you know, so we can affect the quarterback more. So I think, you know, just it is not necessarily a 4-man front. It's just gonna consistently, you know what I'm saying, just rush 4 men. So like just to get our guys more than one-on-one, so we can create those highlight plays, you know, like beat LSU, like the D-line that we know we can beat. Like, you know what I'm saying, I'm excited.
Jacobian, D-line probably had their best game of the season really last week. Y'all really seem to step up across the board. What kind of impact has Pete Jenkins made so far in the D-line room?
The most impact he's made, like he's tuning up the little things, but the thing he teaches the most is like the first thing when he walked in is it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So we've been homing in on each practice, trying to get better technique wise, like just trying to be better. Like every time we go on the field and we came off, like just trying to be better. You know what I mean? So just trying to be better every day is like what he's really taught us. Like, you know, and that's really what it is.
Missouri had a real good rushing attack coming into that game. You guys, by and large part, shut them down. What was the biggest difference from the Ole Miss game, where they could get the run game going, versus this one?
I mean, sure, the D-line played better. I mean, that's really what it is. Like we know that we have to play at a high level, but not only does the D-line play at a high level, like the whole defense has to play at a high level. So like with the D-lines playing better, the whole defense plays better, we win games. So it's not that hard of a formula, you know what I'm saying, to win games, because like the offense is going to go out there and do what they do. Like as long as the defense, if we do, we know we can do it week in and week out, no one's going to be able to mess with us, and I still believe that.
How's kind of the communication of the defense in those passing down situations? They have not the most experienced defensive backs in the SEC. You've got a lot of experience in that front four. How do you guys kind of help shoulder the burden of the defense in those plays?
And like I said, like getting after the quarterback, you know, affecting the quarterback helps our guys in the back half out. So like I said, when the defense plays, like defensive line plays better, like it makes everybody else's job easier. So like I know that like every week I know that our DBs and like back there, they're looking for us to like be to start fast. Like the defensive line to start fast. So when we start fast, the defense starts fast. And when the defense starts fast, the offense starts fast, and it's just like a trickle down effect. So like just being able to, I know like I gotta have his back just like he has my back when that ball goes in the air. So you know what I'm saying? It's like a mutual respect for both of us. Like they don't believe that no quarterback's gonna pass it, and we don't believe no quarterback's gonna catch it. I mean, it might not be what it is every week, but you know what I'm saying? We just have to trust with each other.
Yeah, you're facing Auburn this week. They got a pretty good O-line, but, you know, at practice you're facing LSU's O-line, LSU's offense. I mean, how does going against an offense this good every day in practice help you guys be better during game day?
I mean, it definitely iron like what I've been taught since the day I first came here. Iron sharpens iron. So going against, you know what I'm saying, Will and Charles and like the big three, like going against those guys in the middle, and even the tackles like Emery and Will and Garrett. I didn't know all of them, but just like going against those guys every day, like I know that definitely makes me better. Like I know without a doubt, because I know what they're doing while they're in game. They're giving it all they got. Also in practice, they're giving it all they got. So if you're giving me all I got right now in the game, like right now in practice, it's gonna make the game so much easier. So having practice being 10 times harder than the game is what you really want. So the game could just be, second nature.
So you've seen a couple dual threat quarterbacks already this year, Jordan Travis, KJ Jefferson. Peyton Thorne has kind of added a running element to his game this year, Auburn's quarterback. So what have you learned from maybe mistakes you made against those other two quarterbacks that you can use this week against Auburn's?
Just not, like I said, like the defensive line, just like even though we have to play good, just not doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to pop our gaps. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do too much, like trusting our linebackers to fit their gaps. Just how they trust us to fit our gaps. So it's just for us not to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Just be one defense and rush all together, rush together. Because it takes 4 to get a sack. But you know what I'm saying? But just for us to work together is what we really need.
kind of in that vein, what have you seen that Auburn from the tape about Jayden Daniels and the rest of their offense?
I mean, both quarterbacks both can run the ball, but the starting quarterback definitely has the better arm. But I mean, no matter like who's in, you know, so we know that we got a home in, and like both of them can run, so we just got to be ready. So that's really what we just preparing for, like, you know, day by day. We just trying to, you know, just get ready for the game.
You guys got a young guy in the middle of your defense now with Weeks. What have you seen from him and how he's been able to adjust as the weeks have gone by?
Witt, so like I don't know, like Witt. I mean, he's young. Like I gotta think about it like this. Like I'm 22. Like Witt's probably 18, 17. Like it's weird. Like, he doesn't act like that. Like I don't. Like our kids. Like I wouldn't even call them kids. Like our my younger teammates. They don't act like younger teammates. They act like young adults. So I don't even notice that. You know, Witt's 18 and I'm 22, finna be 23. I don't even notice that. So, like, just having him on the defense and him playing at a high level, you know what I'm saying? I'm so excited for him. Like, I can't be nothing but excited for him.
Similarly, Deshaun Womack speak to his skills and what he's brought to the team this year.
I mean, bro, it's like when he first got here, I was like, this dude's kind of mean, you know? But he's from up north. Like, he's never been in Louisiana, you know? So just getting it's not even a cockiness. He's just so confident in himself. And like what he brings on game day, like that energy, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad he's on my team. You know, I'm just really glad he's on my team.
So Mason had a sack last game, and he's getting a lot of double teams this year. But when he gets a one-on-one, usually he wins it, right? So while people might not see that he's getting stats, you know, what are you guys seeing? What does he mean in your defense?
A guy that comes into work every single day, willing to work his tail off. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he's been. And that's what he's going to continue, like, the whole defensive line is like that. But that's what he's going to continue to be. Like, it doesn't matter, like, if he's getting triple teamed or double. I've seen Mason get triple teamed with a cut block. So, I mean, like just know that he's out there fighting, you know what I'm saying? I can't be nothing but proud of him, too. Just being grateful for him to come out here and fight for us on that defensive line.
Thanks, Jacobian.